Hey everyone, just wanted to take a few minutes to check in with everyone, see how people are doing, share my thoughts. Um, I know I don't particularly have a large amount of people that follow me, and my influence isn't huge, but I feel like it's one of the small things that I can do to make a difference, and and that's what really counts, honestly, with all of us. And none of us can make a huge difference, but if we all do whatever we can, it's gonna really matter. So that's why I'm here. So the last video I made, I spoke about what we can do as a group to fight and how important that is. And I feel like it's pretty funny, honestly, when I've been watching the news, seeing companies realize how it doesn't pay to roll back rights on DEI. One big win you could look up is what's going on with Target and their shareholders after they're realizing what a huge impact it has when you roll back DEI rights. So I just wanted to give the entire group, not that there's a huge amount of people that are going to see this, but give us all kudos. Like, it matters what we do with our money, and anything we can do to make a statement that we're not on board with the reduction of the rights for minorities, it's going to make a difference. And the other thing I wanted to talk a little bit about is, the media is just being flooded with all these stories about what's happening in the administration, and there's no way to know at this point if anything good will come out of the administration. Maybe there will, maybe there won't. But what we do know for sure is that there's a huge target on the back of minorities and, particularly trans people. And so it can make us all feel really hopeless, for the entirety of the United States government, using us as a scapegoat or a political platform. But we're not without power, as I've already talked about. And so it's really important for us to remember that this isn't a new spot for us. The reason why we even have the rights we do is because the people that came before us fought for our rights. So this shouldn't be a new battle for us. For those of us that are younger, maybe we haven't had to fight for our rights before, but the battle clearly is not over. So a few things, it can feel like we're all alone in this battle. We're not. We don't. The parties that typically support trans people are the Democratic and liberal parties and progressive parties, and we don't own the presidency. We don't own the Senate. We don't own Congress. So it can feel like no one's fighting for us. But what I invite everyone to do is to dig a little bit deeper, look into individual senators or members of the House of Representatives, and see how many people are in fact fighting for us, because they are. They are. And it's not easy to find, because that's not what the media wants to cover. They don't want to cover that. There's definitely a huge bias being pushed, and I've even seen it on the social media accounts that I still do have. Like, they're trying to push information that makes it look like nobody's on our side. And it's not true, everyone. So don't buy it. They're trying to push hopelessness. Please reject it. We have lots of hope. What we all need to do, though, is be willing to continue to fight instead of focusing on what people are doing against us and sharing those stories. We need to be aware of those stories, but let's share items of hope. Let's share the progress that is being made. And let's remember that this is not a time for complacency. Every single one of us needs to do whatever we can in whatever small way, whatever small power we have. We need to exercise that to make a difference. We have to. If you have a small social media following, use that power and that presence to make a difference. If you have the ability to talk with people, use that ability to make a difference. Vote. Voting matters. We can flip the House, we can flip the Senate. There are so many elections coming up. Encourage others to vote. What the current administration wants is for us to feel so overwhelmed, so demoralized, and so inundated with terrible news that we just throw up our hands, close our computers, turn off our TVs, and give up. Well, that's not what we're going to do, right? We're not going to do that. We're not going to just give up the rights that have been fought for us. We're going to A, continue to fight for our rights, and B, fight for the rights of the kids coming up after us. Okay? We've got to. It's already hard enough for them. We've got to continue to fight. So, I don't have too much time. I just took a quick break from work to do this. But I really want to encourage everyone to reject the feeling of overwhelm. We are in a fight. Things are scary, but reject the overwhelm and realize that we have a million different tools that we can use to fight for our rights and to keep on track. So use those tools in whatever small way you can. Use them.